happening, YouTube haunters? Braggsby here. So I've just returned from the Midwest Haunters Convention. Actually, that's completely untrue. I returned over a week ago, and I'm very late getting this video out. A million people have put up a million pictures, and I've been enjoying them. And I'm going to steal some of them for this video, because I don't really take a lot of pictures when I'm out and enjoying life, but I'm sure glad that other people do, because it was a good time, and I'm glad it was documented. Check that. It wasn't a good time. It was a great time. I really enjoyed Midwest Haunters Convention this year. Went down with my brother, Justin Coupland, and Hector Turner for an excellent sort of road trip adventure to Ohio for the second year in a row, and loved every second of it. This year we went down a day early because I had arranged a private tour at the Dent Schoolhouse with Bud Strauss and Josh Wells, two really amazing, awesome, generous individuals who run the Dent Schoolhouse, which is a haunt that I've worshipped from afar for a long time, ever since I saw a video of it a way back. I had contacted them and asked if they might be open to us coming down, and they were receptive, and I was so grateful. And so the four of us plus my good friend Jim Walden, aka J Wall, went down and had like a 2-hour tour of the place and got to see all the behind the scenes, including new parts of the haunt that nobody's seen yet. And I can't show you any of it because, you know, we weren't taking pictures inside the haunt. But man, I mean, did it ever live up to expectations? The Dent Schoolhouse, I'm sure many of you have been there before and many of you haven't. I hadn't. I loved it. I thought it was incredible. It was one of the best haunted houses I'd ever seen, probably the best I'd ever seen. I got to pick the brains of the two guys who run it and learn all about how they approach their craft, and wow, I mean, what a haunt. Everyone go see the Dent Schoolhouse if you ever get a chance. I wish I could come down during the season it was running and see it, and maybe one day I will. As I've documented on the channel before, we got to check out the Spring Grove Cemetery in outside Cincinnati, and drove through that for a while. Hector really wanted to go there, as he's Mr. Tombstone, as you all know. So we checked that out, and that was there was tons to look at there. It was beautiful. So we came back that night, and sort of the whole Haunters Hangout crew was there. Friday was on to some classes. Did a silicone mask making class with Alan Hops. We ended up doing some sculpting with Alan later that afternoon, which was very nice of him to invite us to that. And then Friday night, that's when it began. That's when the craziness started. We went on the awesome Haunted Hoochie tour, which was unbelievable. And this haunt is over-the-top crazy, good, fun, exciting. I personally feel like it's a better haunt for haunters than almost any other haunt if you want to go somewhere and just have like a blast. I mean, I lost my voice that night from screaming, and I tell people that, and they say, "You were scared in a haunt?" No, it wasn't that. I just was screaming at the actors like, hell yeah, just going nuts, throwing the horns up in the air. I was high-fiving all my friends going through. I mean, it was madness. I loved the haunt. I loved the experience. I mean, we were well lubricated from moonshine before we even got into the haunt, and screamed our way through. I mean, everything was amazing. The detail, it was colorful. It was classless. It was beautiful. I really enjoyed the experience. As a haunter, especially, being able to go through that, it was just one of the most entertaining things I've done in a couple of years. I mean, it was just great. So much fun. I loved every second of it, and I wish I could go again. So Saturday we had the showroom floor. Haunters Hangout had a booth once again, like we did at Transworld. It was a great gathering spot for friends of Haunters Hangout, for people to show off their wares. We had a number of vendors donate prizes to the Haunters Hangout raffle that we did, and we gave away some amazing prizes, including prizes that J Wall, Diablo, and I made ourselves. I got to give away this mask, and I was really happy that it was won by my new friend AJ Graz, who I just met at the convention, but found out was a fellow hockey fan. I picked up a few items for myself, including a couple of cool masks that I bought for my kids. And then Saturday night was the Masquerade Ball, which was a hot and sweaty affair. Partially because of people doing naughty things, but mostly because I was wearing a latex mask and furs designed for haunting in Canadian autumn. But man, did I ever have a blast. I actually got up on the dance floor and spent a solid hour up there. The last 20 minutes of the Masquerade party dance floor was like I mean, I don't want to oversell it. It was complete joy. Like, I was just on another plane. Just really had a great time. Just loved it, every second of it. Just crazy people everywhere. That's what I love about MHC. You look around and there's people in Ninja Turtle suits, and half the girls on the dance floor are half naked, and people are covered in makeup, and it's just a great collection of weirdos. And that's, you know, how can you not feel at home amongst those people if you're a weirdo yourself? So I mean, I just loved the Masquerade party. Had so much fun this year. It was great. So Sunday was more of the same, and we had to go home, unfortunately, driving through rain for the second consecutive year. But you know what? MHC this year was a blast. First of all, it's really nice to see my good buddies Diablo and Jay Wall, who I see every week on Hunters Hangout, who I talk to every day, in admitting the page and just shooting notes back and forth and talking about the haunt world. And actually being able to see those big galoots and give them hugs is awesome. Getting to go on a road trip for something as silly as just like Halloween, you know, with some buddies. It's a great excuse for a grown man to be a child again for a weekend. I don't know if I'll be back to MHC next year, or if I'll do Transworld, or either, or both. I'm not sure what the plan is, but for now I'm just really happy that I got a chance to go again this year, that I got to see all of you that we got to hang out and break bread with, or at least break beer with. What a great weekend. I don't know what else I can say. I hope you all had fun. It sounds like everybody did. Now, one other note. This channel is about to hit 2,000 subscribers, and I'm blown away by that. When I got to 1,000, I was happy about that, but I haven't produced a whole lot of content since there, but the viewership has grown. So, we're up to almost 2,000 subscribers now. I'm going to make an effort to do some more videos for this haunt year. I've got lots of stuff planned for this haunt, and I've got some hopefully big announcements coming in the next couple of months regarding the haunt. So until those things become public, until I have more stuff to show you, until we speak again, happy haunting.